You ever heard of Flipporama?
It's Rama.
It's Rama.
It's Rama.
Tra-la-la!
Greetings! And welcome to That Works! A DreamWorks podcast.
He's got the death stare from Jared.
Starring a happily employed photographer barely getting by with DoorDash.
Who's wearing his underwear.
Who's sitting he's like Quail Man
He's
over
ruining
there.
a chair for us. We need new upholstery in here, so we had Dickey come in.
A disgruntled ex-journalist now writing Scott Pilgrim fan fiction. And a spineless, asthmatic 27-year-old curmudgeon sweeping movie theaters for a living. And today, in the spirit of our unmentionables on the exterior, well, it's not really on the exterior for this guy, but Captain Underpants, the first epic movie based off the books by either Dave or Dav Pilkey. I think it's Dav.
I think it's supposed to
D-A-V,
be pronounced
Dav.
Dave, but
I don't know
think
which one it is.
I would say Dav
Yeah.
if there's no E on there.
Yeah,
based off of how...
based off those books, they kind of combine a bunch of the early books together for this. I read them as a youth, so did Dickey.
Oh, yeah.
Jake was already in college when these books came out in like 1999, so...
Yeah, maybe I wasn't that old.
We're
But
gonna,
still.
keep, we're gonna keep aging him up until he says otherwise.
Came out in June of 2017, so we are a couple months away from the 5-year anniversary.
Yeah,
It
that's exciting.
didn't do that well. It made its money back fine, but I think they were hoping for more. I think it didn't kill the franchise because there is a show, but I don't think we'll see another theatrical movie. Or if we do, it will be a while. Similar animation style to like the Peanuts movie and the things Sony's been doing with stuff. Just very stylized. Looks very nice.
It's very fitting for the book. Like, it's
perfectly fits that humor.
It really,
Not
really
just
does.
the toilet humor, but just like the speed and pacing of it.
Yeah,
But
no,
but yeah, the first epic movie, which I think is the joke, because there might not be a second epic movie. But
yeah, based off the lackluster.
yeah, and
performance.
so you had not seen this before. The movie.
I have not seen the movie before.
Okay, and
Correct.
same with me, and same with you. This is a first time watch for all of us, right?
Yeah. You
didn't say anything. I wonder if you've
seem
seen this before.
thrilled.
Oh, yes. I watched this movie 7 times.
Really?
You
before.
watched it
Really?
7
No.
times? Oh,
Yeah,
No. Okay, well, without further ado,
Wait,
here's
actually, do the synopsis this time.
yes, that's what I'm doing right now.
We kinda
Without
mixed it
further ado, Captain Underpants the first.
So
epic
we
movie.
really interrupted him during Boss Baby. I don't know why he didn't just force his way back
He easily
through.
could have just forced his
Because
way
I
through Boss
respect
Baby,
you guys.
but like,
No,
I-
that is bull.
I
You
respect
do
you
not.
That
guys.
is bull.
Okay,
That is
fine.
wrong.
I respect you.
I'll
that sounds
accept
more.
that.
That sounds more accurate to me.
Glub
Glub,
glub.
glub.
Yeah, exactly what I thought.
Captain
Because like,
Underpants.
I love the Captain Underpants books, man. They were so good for the long.
You want me to read the synopsis? You
Man,
want to tell your
isn't
stupid
it
little
just so
story?
funny when you see an old 40-year-old man running around in his underwear?
Is that the end of your thought? Is that it? Jake, I don't need to know what you do on the weekends. That's your business.
Hey, I'm not
All
40
power
yet.
to you. I don't need to. Okay. Captain Underpants. Harold and George are elementary school chums who enjoy making comic books and bathroom jokes. With their friendship at stake from the evil principal, Mr. Krupp, the boys hypnotize him into thinking he's Captain Underpants, one of their comic creations. This is all fun and games until the Cap runs amok in town, thinking he's fighting crime. But the boys will need their waistbanded hero when Professor, Poopy Pants, comes to town and threatens to rid the world of laughter.
Voiced by none other than absolute gem Nick Kroll.
We'll get into that. Absolute gem. We'll get into this.
Now that I'm thinking about it, didn't Doug do the whole Underpants hero thing?
That's what I called him at the beginning. Quail Man.
Quail Man.
He wears his underwear over his pants. Now you got to put a belt across here with the little quail thing and the Q and the cape.
Quail Man.
You should go to the next Comic-Con. You should be Quail Man.
Absolutely.
I mean, you already have the experience.
I think that would be perfect.
Make sure
I
they're
could
clean.
Absolutely nail that. These are clean. My underwear, I literally just did laundry last night.
That doesn't mean you did those underwear last night. I did
these underwear last night.
Because
I'm glad you put tabs on this.
All of these clothes are recently cleaned. I had to exclaim it because it is true.
I suspect that we are not the first people he's had to try to convince of that.
You know, sometimes just wearing your underwear on the outside of your pants is really freeing. It really just gives you a whole new
It is basically Commando, isn't it?
It gives you a whole new perspective on clothes and life.
Does it give you a whole new feel?
A whole new feel.
Kind of like a cool summer breeze.
I'm all caught up in the feels. And it's like, you gotta
summer wind came blowing in from across the sea.
Did you just say from my butt?
Rated PG. I haven't done that in a while.
This has just got me this is one of
He's gone from COVID rage to COVID stupor.
Stupid.
God help me.
But yes, who wants to start? Mr. Exhibitionist over here.
I just want to put listen, I have read these books since I was a kid. These are formative years that I was reading Captain Underpants, and I genuinely attest a good amount of my humor to these books.
Do you remember the titles? I'm trying to think, because the first was just Captain
Underpants,
the first adventure, whatever.
Yeah.
The second one is the toilet one. The terrible talking toilets. Then there's, I'm not remembering, because the third one is like the lunch lady one.
Yes,
and that's where he gets power. He gets powers.
Yeah. Yes.
He actually gets powers. Because then the Professor Poopy Pants one is in there.
I never read the
terrible plight, perilous plight. It's alliteration.
It's a hell of an alliteration.
I never read the books. Do they actually follow the movie? Actually follow the plot of the books in some manner?
It's cramming a couple, because the professor is in the fourth book, and then in a couple there's a later book. Mm-hmm. But they took basically elements from the fourth book and the first book. It's the story of the first book, elements of the fourth, and then part of the second, and they cram it in. Yeah. And they also, the storyline is kind of combining the whole thing. It's making it one big story of, if they're not in class together, they won't be friends because they never see each other. Which is an elementary school thing. Like, if
I remember
if you weren't friends beforehand, so it's a pretty basic story. That's kind of all of them put together, but then they take elements from other books. And I've only read the first, I know I say it only, but 8 books.
Yeah, I know.
Because there's more than that, but
there's a bunch of
two-parters and stuff like that. I think one of these teachers I wrote down is the wedgie woman or something.
Wedgie, yeah. I'm pretty sure that comes back.
Then there's the one kid turns into the booger kid.
Yep. Oh, I remember the booger one.
That was a two-parter.
That was a two-parter.
Yeah, so there's I haven't read these in over a decade, and I just watching this movie did bring back those feelings. How about you? Were you finishing up your thought?
I was just gonna say and I know Jake won't have any knowledge of these books that I'm about to bring up, but Percy Jackson.
Oh no, I've read.
You have read those? Okay, so
do they have booger boys in it?
Captain Underpants did what Percy Jackson tried to do but failed. This actually brought in like we were just talking about. It brought in elements from different books.
Oh, you're talking about the movie, okay?
Yes, in the first.
There were 2, right?
I was like,
the Percy Jackson movies to me are some of the worst movies ever created. But that's also because
worse than Boss Baby.
Yes.
Wow, that's high praise.
Because I loved the books and they butchered the movie.
I was gonna say.
Took the spirit of the books. It took some of the story of the books. It nailed it perfectly. I am so happy. I felt like a kid again watching this. This warmed my heart in every way I needed it to.
So, just to throw that out there, I think that's easier to do with animation than it is with live action.
Probably 100% yes. Because
especially with such simple animation that it is, and it is intentionally so.
Yeah.
And it's good that way. I mean, like you said, it's like the Peanuts movie, but
yeah, I think the anime, it didn't do anything. like I think it knew exactly what it wanted to be.
And that's good. More
And
movies need to know what they want to be.
Exactly.
I will build off that. I did feel like a kid again. I cringed at parts because I'm like, yeah, I remember when I used to laugh at that. But then other parts I was like, okay, that's fun.
Walked out of Egypt.
I remember like this. And I remember when the movie came out that hearing that Ed Helms was going to be Mr. Krupp, I was very, very, what's a good word? Just kind of like...
not so sure how.
I like Ed Helms.
I love Ed Helms.
But it didn't feel like the right fit because Ed Helms also voiced a character I hate in a movie I hate.
Oh, who's
Moving
that?
on. So,
that?
no, we're not talking about it.
What movie is that, Jer?
What is that?
We don't need about it.
No, I gotta know. I can't move on until we know.
I think it starts with an L.
Yeah.
Is this about some like furry little orange dude?
Does it rhyme with my thorax?
Subtle. Shut up.
And is like the moniker for mustachios.
Oh, absolutely.
The cherry guy.
What?
The guy who invented the cherry things.
What?
That's Maraschino. Anyway.
It's not even kind of...
Shut up.
Oh,
Shut up. You brought up... I brought up the
wow.
movie, but I had to because that is a reason
Ed
why...
Helms, Ed Helms.
Ed Helms
At
was
least,
like,
at least it wasn't Josh Gad.
La 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 lunch. Lunch. I'm just saying.
Shut up.
I'm confused.
I'm
Is
just
that
doing
movie
what
from
comes
the Lorax
naturally.
or from this movie?
It's from the Lorax.
No wonder you hate the Lorax.
Starting to hate something more than it. And he's right there. But yes, when I heard he was cast, I was like, I don't know. I never heard him like that in my... Because it's going to be the classic case of that's not what I heard when I read them.
Yeah.
You have to realize a movie's different than a book. Duh. But also, like, this is a very public thing. Books are very personal. But about the third into the movie, I was like, no. Once he turns into the titular character, I was like, no, it's working.
Mm-hmm.
I like this. And I do like Ed Helms, too. So I was like, yeah, I like this. But some of the other performances, which are good. How to say this? When you have adults voicing kids, it's hit or miss. Because this one, having Thomas Middleditch and Kevin Hart, who I've liked both of them fine.
Yeah, they're both in good stuff.
It didn't sound like kids. And I know I said in the Boss Baby episode, like, because Miles Bakshi was voicing them, there are times I was going, oh, because it's a kid.
It's literally.
But there are times, too, where it's like, you're not even trying to sound like a kid at all. You sound like a middle-aged man.
Yeah.
So that's throwing me off because they do that also in the movie I hate.
What movie is that?
Nah. But you brought up the gem of a person that Nick Kroll is. I like Nick Kroll.
Nick Kroll's an absolute gem.
His voice acting roles over the last 5 years have been the same thing.
Have you ever seen Big Mouth?
Yes. You were the reason I watched season 2.
Yeah!
And I have not watched a single thing since because I don't really like it. Aww. I liked it fine, and then you made me watch season 2. I was watching, I'm like, I'm just uncomfortable. I don't want to watch this.
They shoot straight for the uncomfortable in that.
Yes, they do. But I was going to say, he does the same thing, especially the professor here, and then if you've seen either of the Sing movies, it's like, it's very, it's different, but like Gunter in Sing, oh yeah! And I'm like, this is just Nick Kroll being Nick Kroll.
Anytime you hear Nick Kroll doing voices, it's just, that's just Nick Kroll.
Addams Family. The 2 animated episodes. I've seen them both. He does the same thing, but he's talking like this because he's Uncle Fester.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's Nick Kroll, you cheeky little bugger.
I can't do the voice, but he kind of does that for Lola. Like Lola. Like it's Lola. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop right now.
Yeah. The point being just,
Have you ever seen?
Is this all going over your head?
Nick Kroll?
You haven't seen either Addams Family animated. You haven't seen either the Sing movies, and you haven't seen Big Mouth. Yeah, that makes sense. You're not missing much, except for Sing 2, which is the greatest movie of all time.
You just like it because Never mind. I don't want.
I don't want to go down that.
Have you ever
path.
seen and I'm sorry if you've seen it, Sausage Party?
Oh, I have seen that.
Nick Kroll plays.
I mean, I like to underpay and abuse our animators too.
Yeah.
I mean, we're nice to him enough.
What?
We don't.
Nice enough.
Hey, we are like the Sausage Party guys.
Yeah.
You're our animator. We don't pay you, and we're mean to you. And we overwork you. Look at that.
That's
it
fair.
works perfectly.
Oh, man.
Look at us go.
Yeah, that's just my thing on Nick Kroll. It's not like it's bad voice acting.
And
And it's perfect for the role,
it
but
fits
I'm
the
just
role
like, it's like,
perfectly.
but there he is.
It's Nick Kroll being Nick
It's
Kroll.
like Jennifer Lawrence. Same
Except
character.
Nick Kroll is a better actor
Well,
than Jennifer Lawrence.
Wow.
we're
He
just
is.
saying here it's the same role every time.
I'll sum up Jennifer Lawrence's acting in one thing. It's she does it in like every
Are
movie.
you just having a seizure?
It's just this like it's like
One of these days,
For those
he's
of you
gonna do
that
that and his
are
body is
listening
not going to stop
and can't
shaking.
see Jared's face, it is absolute gold.
that's their whole bit. It's like
It's-
I do that in the mirror at home. No one pays me money or gives me an Oscar.
Hey,
Except I don't throw cereal on the floor. I eat it.
Me
do
too.
not mock that movie. Do
I
not-
will mock
do
her in
not-
that movie all
do-
I want. I like
do
the
not,
movie
do
though.
not, do not.
You're gonna climb into my bed and just slap me across like, do not.
No, I'll throw cereal on you.
Oh, you're gonna force what kind of cereal?
Cheerios. It was Cheerios, I
Just
think.
normal Cheerios?
Oh no, Honey Nut. It's got to get a
Ooh,
little. I gotta
Honey
get
Nut.
a little sticky with
Hey,
it.
yeah.
I know someone who's watching this right now, and he's gonna say like, "No, man, it's got to be just the normal Cheerios." I'm a normal Cheerios guy, and I'm gonna say I like Honey Nut.
Honey Nut's way better.
Yeah, I know he's gonna say something.
It's
to me too.
way better.
Now they have like the apple cinnamon Cheerios.
Ooh, that just made me think of Apple Jacks.
Yeah, but Apple Jacks aren't the same either.
Not anymore.
I like Fruity Pebbles.
I genuinely believe they changed Apple Jacks.
Yes.
They did.
They did.
They
yeah.
made it more appley tasty.
Yeah,
instead
it
of
used to be.
just cinnamon.
It used to be way better.
Well, yeah,
I like
cinnamon
Fruity
sugar is
Pebbles.
way better than fruit.
Yeah.
Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles.
For obvious reasons. That's a joke we made a long time ago.
I will. Okay. Now, now that we're going down the cereal alley,
So
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, the goat. That's all I'm
except
gonna
when
say.
you have shrimp tails.
Shrimp Tails
That's a
Story Time.
while ago.
That's
now.
a deep cut. Yeah,
It's not really a deep cut. It's like a year.
I guess it's only been a year.
It was like 2020, 2021, wasn't it?
Maybe. Yeah, I think it was actually.
Time is flying by and also going very slow. So
That was.
I don't
that
remember
would've been
the last.
No, that would have been
2 ye-
2020. I think.
The
Yeah,
point
but
being,
still, holy
the
crap.
last 2 years have been a blur, and yet have felt like the longest thing ever.
Also, I think we should catch Jake up. So, somebody posted a picture on Twitter of 2 years ago.
Oh, he's the one guy, the one stand-up guy who's married to Topanga from Boy Meets World, isn't it?
Is that who posted it?
Was it him? I could be wrong.
I don't.
I'm not in with
I
all
didn't,
the
I didn't
news, but I
think it
remember
was. I didn't think it was like a big.
You're
I
not
think
in with the
somebody
news
just
from 2 years ago.
posted.
Yeah.
But anyway, somebody posted a picture of Cinnamon Toast Crunch with a shrimp tail in it, and it got all the way up to like that, like actual like
Higher
people that
ups.
are the higher ups in Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oof.
They're trying to figure this whole thing out. It was wild.
Why were
Made me mad. Where's
you
the
mean
rest
like
of the
an
shrimp?
actual
What if I want shrimp
tail,
in
and
there?
not like someone put a shrimp tail in it to be fancy?
No, that's what I don't remember if it was fake or not, but I think it actually happened.
And no cocktail sauce on the side either.
I know. How can you do that? It's just
Cocktail sauce is good.
especially with shrimp. Oh my
Oh,
god.
I don't like seafood.
Wow.
It's not
About the
bad.
only thing I'll eat is
Fish.
panfish.
Yeah, that's
That
fair.
is seafood.
You know,
It's not seafood.
Fish?
fish is seafood, bud.
Yeah. You know, they go under the water. and-
They do what?
I'm not doing that again. I can't do it.
What do they do, Jared?
Regardless, okay, shellfish. There we go.
Shellfish makes more sense.
Makes more
sense.
sense.
Dang it!
Anyway,
Captain Underpants.
I have
yeah.
nothing to say about this movie.
We didn't plan this super well, and then some of us have a job that has terrible hours, and then they get COVID.
Yeah,
That's me.
So he doesn't have it now. We're all clear.
I'm safe. I am. Yes.
The
I am.
point being, we watched this movie and like April.
It was almost a year ago?
It is January 2022. We watched it in like April or May of 2021. So it's been a hot second.
It's been a second.
Also, I had absolutely no connection to this. Like,
yeah,
that is fair.
I knew that too going into this.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's gonna be one of those things. I go, Jake, just will watch it and be like, yeah.
Yeah, it was okay, yeah. But yeah, no,
I own it now. I bought it on Blu-ray because I was at a disc traders and it was like $3.
Yeah, I'd probably buy it for
like,
$3.
I saw it. I go, yeah, why not? I might watch this again one day.
Have you?
No.
How long ago did you buy it?
October of
2021.
Okay.
1998.
Jared was alive.
We were infants.
Yeah, we were babies.
And Jake, I think he was
thinking
about graduate school.
He graduated college, yeah.
You're really going hard on that, aren't you?
He was married back in 98, right?
Wow, you are old.
I will admit that when I was shaving the other day, more gray hair came off than what I anticipated.
Oh no!
I will look like a distinguished gentleman when it all goes.
Sure you will.
A distinguished Santa Claus.
I was distinguished Harry Pumpkin.
No. You audio listeners out there, God bless you.
Oh boy, who's coming?
Oh yeah, we if you watch on YouTube, me and Jake are mumbling about Flippo Ramas.
Rama.
Thank you. And if you're familiar with the book, it's where they give you 2 pages.
I forgot they did that in this.
It shows you, it gives you a little guide of where to put your hand. Like one holds the book, the other one holds the page, and you flip it back and forth without ripping it to show action. And the movie does it very well. They do something like that where they're going to show an action scene, but it's like, what? Don't they even say they're going to save on animation? But just
they might have actually pulled that joke.
They don't have the budget for it, so they have to draw it.
Yeah.
So
I thought that was creative. I thought that was a really funny.
The only Flippo-Rama.
Because that's holy crap.
Keep saying it.
I forgot they did.
Thank you.
I forgot they did that so often in the books.
The only ones I remember in the book for the action scenes are when he has to dance.
Yes! Him
like
doing
that,
the
and
dancing!
Like that.
It was so good! Oh,
it's just fun. And I like when you can tell, if it's one thing I'm going to say about this week, because I don't have that much to say left, they care, they understand the source material, and they know exactly what they're doing. You said that too. They know exactly what this is. They know exactly what they're doing, and it's a fun time.
I said that, but yes.
That was you. I don't remember. I thought you said it.
I think I said it knows exactly what it wants to be.
You agreed with me, but I'm the one that said it first. Give me my credit where it's due. Thank you.
Okay.
The only other thing I have to mention is the Weird Al song for this is awesome, and it should have been nominated for the Oscar. It should have won it. Weird 2017. Take that, Coco.
Weird Al deserves an Oscar. Weird Al needs an Oscar.
Deserves to play the Super Bowl and then get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
make it happen.
How is he not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
I don't know.
He basically defined a genre, didn't he?
One of them, at least. I mean,
1,000%.
30 years into his career, and he has a #1 album. Like, not just like the comedy charts. I'm talking the main chart, the 200.
Yeah,
is that the most recent one?
Yeah, 2014 is when because he doesn't make full-length albums anymore.
Yeah, but no, you're right. He totally should have gone an Oscar for this.
Yeah.
Weird Al's a gem. I love Weird Al so much.
This is going to be a shorter episode, as you all might have guessed. We just don't have much to say. That's all I got. Did you have anything else?
No, I got out my gushing about the books. The last thing I want to mention is my favorite prank that I have never been able to pull, but I've always wanted to do.
Is it the squishies?
It's the squishies!
I remembered. For those who don't know, you take ketchup packets, you fold them, and you put them under the teeth of toilet seats. So when
You've never done that?
No. So when people sit, I don't pull pranks. When people sit down,
you've never done that.
You've done that. So you've done the squishy.
That's awesome. I've always wanted to try it, but I
never folded them in half though.
Apparently, it gets a more projectile and it shoots out a little bit. Yep.
But
I
yes,
used to do that in high school.
I should have done it more. I should have done it in period. I always saw it in the books. I'm like, I should do this to somebody, but I never found anybody to do it to.
He didn't say that thing that you think he said. He said, I should have done it in period, and then he never finished either what period he needed to do it in, or it was period end of sentence, and it just wasn't
okay.
clear.
I was like, what did he say?
Yeah. That's it. I just wanted to add that prank
thing.
is.
You like how I remembered the name?
Yes. I'm so as soon as I'm like, yes, the ketchup packets.
Anything, Jake?
What are we talking about again?
Yeah. So, that's our 35th episode. Captain Underpants, the first epic movie.
7 more.
Look at us go.
Yeah. You want to do the media shout out?
Absolutely. Thank you, everybody, for listening to us. Do not forget to follow, because we post funny things a lot. We're on the TikTok. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. We're also on Facebook. And also, follow, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We love trying to grow YouTube. And don't forget, for any of the audio listeners, rate us and like us on each individual app. Spotify, Apple, Google, Stitcher, all of that good stuff. Thank you once again for listening. We love doing this.
Next episode. We're getting to the end. There's 41? There's 41 movies in their catalog right now. The Bad Guys is coming.
Yeah,
but
that looks interesting.
That does look fun. And we're on the home stretch, because we're starting to get, this next feature, because DreamWorks did not have a 2018 movie, is the final film in one of their 2 big trilogies, How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. It's the first movie on this list that, since I started my job at my movie theater, so I remember working for this crowd, and then everything.
I think I worked for this crowd.
I say everything. There's 2 movies, and then COVID happened.
Yep.
But still, we'll get into that next time.
Also, really quick, want to just point out, at this point, including the bite-sized episodes, we are almost, if not very close to hitting 50 episodes altogether.
Yeah. I mean, 30? This will be 35, and then the bite size is going to be like 50. Yeah, we're probably at about 50, just 50.
That's just crazy that we've done 50 episodes of this.
It doesn't feel... No, it feels like it. Yes. Anyway, another installment of That Works, a DreamWorks podcast. We'll see you next time.
I'm staying in this, by the way, the entire time.
I'm never sitting in that chair.
It's just his underwear. It's probably,
Yeah, the Snapchat from Sam.
like 75% clean. 75% chance it's clean.
It's the 25% that concerns me.
It's actually clean underwear.
What did she say?
I have so many questions.
Drama.